Hello and welcome to my round 2 review. First of all, sorry for the delay in this upload. I have been a bit crook recently. It's not COVID, but yeah, just hardly got out of bed yesterday and haven't really had the motivation to make a video until now. So yeah, sorry about the delay. But anyways, round 2 we've scored 2,384. Solid score. Again, these scores in the first 2 rounds have been much higher than what we've seen in previous years. So, yeah, lots of mid prices are thriving. The rookies are all scoring really well. So, yeah, everyone seems to have gotten off to a pretty good start. So yeah, we went up in the ranks, 6,000 spots, which we'll take that. So we're up to 10,000. So yeah, not a horrible start by our standards. So onto the team, starting with the back line. Ridley tonned up this week. It wasn't amazing by any means, just 102. And yeah, champion data love this bloke. I don't know if his game was deserving of a ton. Only had around 18 disposals. His role is quite it's quite concerning at the moment. He's not really hanging back in defence and intercepting, nor is he taking all the kick-ins. He's sort of pushing up the ground more, and even to some contests, which is yeah not great to see. I think we hold Ridley for now because there are definitely priorities, but yeah, his role isn't looking great, and at this point, not looking like a top 6 or even a top 10 defender if his role stays the same. So a little bit concerned with Ridley, but yeah, we'll see if he can go back to his old intercepting role. Jaden Short, 136. I was at this game. Short just was an absolute leather magnet. Just got the ball all around the ground, took every single kick in except for one, which went to Ralph Smith, I think. And yeah, just got so much of the footy, just chipping the ball around down back, and then exited the back 50 and hit targets like it was nothing. So yeah, super happy with the Jaden Short pick. Most teams have got him, but yeah, I think he averages around 110 as a minimum this year with that role. No Hooley, he just looks like a must-have for every backline. Sicily 84, not the best game. Didn't really intercept as much as I would have liked. Uh, Look, again, for his price, you can't really complain too much with the 80 odd here and there. So let's just hope it's not a common thing with Sicily. Fingers crossed he can get into the ton, crack the ton most week. But yeah, a little bit concerned with that game from Sicily. But I think he'll be right to bounce back. George Hewitt, 117. This guy's a must-have, uh, a lock for a top 8 defender, I'd say probably. And yeah, 399k should be in every single side. Uh, yeah, even with Welsh back, still managed to score 117. So no concerns with Hewitt. Must have. Hinge was good, 84. Played more defensively this week. Even took a few kick-ins and yeah, really solid from Hinge. So should make quite a bit of cash. Likewise with McCartan, had I think it was 5 intercept marks in the first quarter, which was great to see. And yeah, he just looks really solid down back. He is playing one on one most of the game, but yeah, still managing to score quite well. So very pleasing from McCartan. Conning was out with concussion. Fingers crossed he's back in this week. And Mitch Cox is our loophole. So that wraps up the back line. Onto the midfield. Jack McRae, 142. Viced him, so we obviously took that score, not knowing what Lockie Neal was capable of. But yeah, 142, very happy with that from McRae. Looks to be probably the top midfielder this year, guaranteed top 3. So must have in every side. Very happy with the McRae pick there. Jack Steele, 111, bounced back from round 1. Again, still not a huge score. Uh, Hardly kicked the ball. I think he only had 5 or 6 kicks, and yeah, the 13 tackles helped him get to 111. So maybe there's something up with Jack Steele. Maybe he's carrying a little bit of an injury, but yeah, you can't trade him after a 111. So we'll see how he goes. Yeah, I'm not too worried about Steele. He should come good. Took Miller 140. First year I've had him in my side, and I'm not regretting it one bit. Yeah, not too much to say about Took Miller. I think he's a top three midfielder this year without a doubt. So very, very happy with that pick. Lachie Neale, 198, has an amazing history against the Bombers, and yeah, almost cracked the double ton in round two. So the value for Lachie Neale at 540k is amazing. So if he's not in your side, get him in this week. It could be the last chance before he goes above 650 really, and I don't think he'll drop too far below that all year based on his current form. So yeah, if you don't have Neale, get him in ASAP. Raul 71. Not too sure what to think of this because he was actually running with Clary and Petrarca for a little bit of the game, so interesting to see there from Raul, but I still wouldn't be too concerned. I think he averages uh, north of 100 this year, well and truly. So yeah, not too much concern with Raul. Got the Giants this week, so look, if De Boer plays, whether he goes to Took or Raul, that'll be interesting. But yeah, I think Raul will come good again. Berry 76. Chris Fagan likes using this bloke as the tagger, and he said earlier today that he will continue to use Berry in that run with role. So a little bit of a concern there for Berry. Still scored 76, so if he does get freed up one game, he could go 90 plus. So I think we hold Berry. I think quite a few sides will trade him out this week, but yeah, we'll hold on to him. We've definitely got priorities to move on from. So yeah, Brody 101. Yeah, great game from Brody. The value is awesome. 220k, scored 100. No Mundy, no Fife. That definitely helped. And yeah, I think Brody could average 85 plus this year in an ideal situation. But yeah, that might be a bit of a stretch with Brody. But yeah, awesome game. Dacos 53. He will have games like this. I think this is about his floor. I don't think he goes too much lower than 53. Just couldn't hit a target really. That's all. So if he gets his disposal efficiency up, that's at least a 75. So yeah, not worried about Dacos there. I need to start fielding this bloke, Horn Francis, 98. Yeah, great game against a bunch of state league players for the Eagles. So yeah, should have fielded this guy. Quite silly of me, but yeah, great pick there, Horn Francis. Everyone's got him for a reason. Little bit of a surprise here. Dill Stevens, 95. Very happy with this bloke. Played a lot on the wing, and I think that's where his permanent role will be. So yeah, 95 from Stevens. Can't ask for anything more. C-Mac 55. Just a standard game, I'd say, for a midfield rookie. So yeah, not too much to talk about there. Didn't watch him either, so don't really have too much insight. Onto the rucks. Timmy English had a below average game, I'd say, and still almost got to the ton. So 99. Again, if he averages that for the year, he should be top six forward worthy. So yeah, happy with the Tim English pick and should make quite a bit of money. Dixon was the loophole for us. Now Max Gawn, one of the big concerns for my side, scored 88 this week in 55% ruck time. So Luke Jackson is definitely increasing his ruck load this year, and that is so far definitely impacting Gawn's ability to score. As you can see on the bottom of the screen, already 7.3% of teams have traded him out, and for me, I am very tempted to be one of those sides that does move on from Gawn. Look, for someone that's, getting half of the ruck time at 650k, I think that's a complete waste of money, and there is no value there with Max Gawn at all. So, yeah, look, I still believe he'll be a top three ruck by the end of the year, but I think in the next 3-4 weeks he could drop around 150k, and we could pick him up so much cheaper. So, look, at 650k, I don't know if I think it's worth cashing out on Gawn at this point in time until he shows that he can score with Luke Jackson as the primary ruck. I think a lot of sides will be moving on from Max Gawn, and I might be one of those. So yeah, we'll see. Onto the forward line, Dunkley 97. Uh, that's all right. Again, his disposal efficiency uh, on Thursday was pretty shocking, and still almost got to the ton. So hasn't um, hasn't been as outstanding as last year, his start to last year, but definitely F1 for the year, no concerns there. Zach Butters off to a flyer, 136. Not too much to talk about with Dunkley and Butters, just locks. If they're not in your side, get them in ASAP. Canelio, 99. I was at the Richmond GWS game and yeah, wasn't paying too much attention to Canelio. So yeah, 99 when he goes under the radar, that's fine. Must have again. Now Mitch McGovern, this is very very concerning in my eyes. Scored just 40. Very very clumsy player. Looks to. It's almost like he tries to get injured every game he plays. Drops marks, gives away free kicks, can't hit targets. So yeah, if I didn't have Cherry and Brody, I would definitely be trading McGovern to one of those two. But look, I don't know whether to go up from McGovern to say a Heaney or down to a Nick Martin. But I think I have my two trades in mind, and McGovern does feature in those. So yeah, I think McGovern. Look, it was worth the risk, but it hasn't paid off, and I don't see it paying off. So yeah, I think McGovern will be one of those first two trades that we make for the year. Cherry 120 against absolutely no one for the Eagles. Nick Nat was out. Um, yeah, Cherry will get ruck status in 3 or 4 weeks, I think it is. And yeah, really good stuff from Cherry there. So can't ask for anything more. Sorry, hair in my mouth. Jack Hayes 68. Um, look, compared to his first game, probably a little bit below average. Paddy Ryder is probably back this week, so that could impact Hayes. Hayes' scoring more, but I think his job security is still great. Seems to be one of their top forwards, probably their next best forward at the moment behind Max King. So yeah, Hayes is about to make a lot of money very quickly. So yeah, good pick. If you don't have him, now's the week to bring him in. Rochelle on the bench, 58. Again, probably an average game from Rochelle. Won't kick 5 every week like we saw on Saturday. So yeah, Rochelle, I'd say he's a good loophole option most weeks. Probably wouldn't want to straight up field him, but does have that potential to kick a bag. So yeah, and then Kane Baldwin was my donuts. Next week I will be moving him to Nick Martin. So anyways, that was the side for this week. Now onto my trades. This is where it gets very, very interesting. So look, I hope Gawn comes good, and if or when he does, he will be back into my team. But I think he's about to lose a lot of money very, very quickly, and that's not what I want in my side. So little bit of a risk here. We're trading out Gawn and swinging Jack Hayes up into the rucks as our R2 until Cherry gets ruck status. So we are bringing in the man in red hot form, Isaac Heaney. Looks to be a top 3 forward for the year already. I know it's early days, but Dunkley, Butters, and Heaney all look like absolute locks and must-haves for the year. So at 450k, there's so much value there with Heaney. He's coming into my side this week. And my other trade is Mitch McGovern. I'm annoyed that pick didn't work out, and look, it still might, but by no means is he going to be a keeper. And yeah, I don't see him really getting past 400k at best in a best case scenario. So look, I wouldn't say I'm happy to be trading McGovern this early, but for the bloke that we're bringing in, I think we don't really have a choice. So we'll be trading out Mitch McGovern, swinging Brody back into the forward line, and we will be bringing in another man in red hot form, Patrick Cripps. I think Heaney and Cripps will be the two most traded in players this week. and they're absolutely lighting up the competition at the moment. So yeah, the value's there for both of them. Cripps off to a flying start. Fingers crossed he can keep it up for all 22 rounds. And I like his chances of being a top 8 midfielder. So yeah, I think top 8 mids under 500k, you almost have to jump on them, regardless of his durability concerns. I think there's so much upside for a small risk. So yeah, Cripps, he's in this week, and likewise is Isaac Heaney. So I think those are the moves we make this week. That just about wraps up the side. Um, yeah, any comments? If you have any thoughts on my trades, feel free to let me know. And if you did tune in, thanks for watching. See you next week.